It's TBIC, the best in sports entertainment. We're here live in Partners USA. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Today, we officially got 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Our videos are doing very well. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate the support. What's going on with you? You took a vacation day yesterday. What's going on?
Oh yeah, a little sick leave, man. A little had to handle little family problems and stuff like that. But what's up with the sports world today?
Yeah, you ain't you disappeared yesterday and see you ain't answer the phone. None of that, man. What's going on with you? Everything all right?
What was one missed call?
About 2, 3, 4.
No, wasn't that.
Yeah, no
that's
call.
When it's
No
3,
call,
4.
no
That's
show.
when you know it's something going on. You make sure that if you didn't answer it, you call back. But other than that, man, things been
Everything cool?
Yeah.
Anybody looking for you?
Nah, man. Working man. Only ones looking for me is the kids, man.
Okay. Alhamdulillah. All right, so listen, let's get into it, man. This is one of the headlines of sports, as we already know. Shador Sanders right now, he went through the ringer. You didn't talk about it yesterday. I spoke about it in one of the other videos, but you're here now, so I want to get your thoughts.
Oh, no, I talked about it already.
When?
I talked about it the other day in our segment when I said this man is out of pocket. When you sat there and said,
we ain't talking
he can
about
do
that.
Okay, what you talking about?
All right, so we talk about that. I'm talking about
what he is experiencing after, because it's a reaction for every action that a person do in life. So you're talking about the reaction that he's experienced after his actions?
Yes.
Okay. This is not outlandish to me, what's being done to him right now. This is not something that I'm sitting back like, Tawfiq, I'm calling you up. Like it's breaking news. I told you, you are not bigger than the program.
No, but I understand that, and we understand that.
Okay, so
the prank calling that he got.
Oh, the prank call. That was
no. But listen,
that's somebody just being a kid stuff. He wasn't the only one that got to receive the prank call.
But I'm saying though,
he wasn't the only one to receive the prank call.
I know, I understand, but I'm saying though, that doesn't make it right. Like
No.
I said, a kid gets drafted. This is the only time a kid gets drafted.
Yes.
And you do that. So I know you said about the fans and the fans in the stands.
They're the ones that's doing these prank calls and stuff like that. These young kids, they having fun.
So what should be the outcome for the kids who's in that prank call?
What outcome do you think they should get?
You tell me.
What ban them from Instagram or a little bit like? But they did a prank call.
What makes it so bad is
it ain't like
no.
They stole money or broke into someone's house. They did a prank call.
Well,
okay.
Listen, what makes it bad is this was one of the coaches for the Atlanta Falcons. This was his son.
Okay, well, yeah, your son playing around. Reprimand him. What you gonna do to him? Put him in jail? What are you gonna do? He made a prank call acting like that he was a GM that's drafting someone. All right.
Okay. All right. So you don't have a problem with that?
I'm saying you can get raps on your kids, but they don't be doing that because, like you said, dudes wait their entire life for this moment right there, and then getting a call talking about you ready to get picked right now, and to be deflated to find out that this was a prank call. Okay, cool, but all right, it's not this out of all the prank. Like this is a prank call. You still got drafted. You still got whoever called you. If didn't nobody call you, you didn't get drafted. All right, cool.
Okay, but I think the thing that makes it so bad is the fact that he dropped from first round, second round, so forth. He was falling off the
He would have been falling without that call, with that call.
But no,
he brought it on himself.
That adds insult to injury, though.
Okay, well, yeah.
That's more he's getting.
Okay.
Now, there's been a report that came out, that the NFL or there was some type of conspiracy where as though all the teams took Shador Sanders off of the board. They just said off of every draft board, everyone took him off.
But I'm not shocked about that, Tawfiq. This is not, you tried to play bigger than the NFL. You tried to go in these people in a combine with a team that may have drafted you with the number 3 overall pick and went in there and basically showed your butt. You went in there childish, immature, like you are bigger than the NFL. No, he lucky, that's all he get. Yes, these people not playing games, man. And I told you this. Do you still have that stance? Like you were saying, yeah, he promoting his brand. He allowed no, he's not. What he allowed to do is put his talent on display for other teams that may want to acquire him. After that is a draft process. There is a draft process that if you're a football fan, you know how this draft process goes. The best players go to the worst teams. Why? Because they want to keep the competition fair. You just not going to come in there and just because you're a Shador Sanders and you threw all this and you wowed them in college. No, you're not going to come in there and make a stance. And yeah, matter of fact, you can come make a stance like he did. And what happened? He lost $40-something million to his pocket. Not to say he can't make it back or gonna get it back. I'm quite sure he is because he's extraordinary. But people showed you that you're not bigger than the NFL.
Okay, but what I'm saying to you is, you don't think that there's some type of hate, some type of backlash because of I ain't just saying because of what he did, how he spoke to those coaches, but the Deion Sanders or the Sanders family, them building, them being together, them being in one unit, moving in one unit, generating millions and millions of dollars for themselves and his children outside of the NFL, and building a brand that the NFL probably is like, hey, we don't want this brand to be bigger than what we got going on over here. They don't want to. The teams don't want to bring it on. He says Shedeur made a statement that said, if you want to fix your locker room, bring me there. I'll fix your locker room for you. Do you think the coaches and the players and the teams was afraid of that?
No, because there's a lot of people that think that'll probably, if not voiced it, but show it with their actions. A lot of good leaders, a lot of great players in this NFL got their locker rooms under control and all that. Like, come on, man. You just can't be having the attitude that I guarantee that he won't have this attitude moving forward.
I think he that humbled him
because he came
back.
He Muslim, his name is Humble Hamza right now.
Well, listen, he came back and made a statement that said that he's ready for any role that they.
I just bet he is. Water boy or towel boy and anything.
Water boy.
Anything. Just to get his beak wet.
Shador Boucher.
Get behind man. he know, oh yeah, this ain't his pop stepping away like, boy, what made you do this? What you mean? You right here promoting it. Sanders know better than that, man. But, this is all it took. The reprimand was him to get outcast a little bit to show that you are not over the NFL. And now maybe he could take this and roll with it and grow with it.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a little refreshment at times, man, and let them know, like, hold up, bro, it ain't just you. It just ain't you. Even me at times, I get prideful or get agitated and disgruntled. I got to get checked and pull back to reality. That's just men. So with this should shape him into a better man.
Yeah, he already said it, man. I'm ready for any role.
Yeah.
Which means that he's,
jockey boy, whatever, ball boy, Gatorade man. Yeah. Just to get back in good graces. I see. Yeah, if I was you, I'd be in there holding them balls too.
Not on duty.
Yeah.
No, we ain't doing that. None of that.
Yeah.
None of that. Listen, Shedeur, I don't agree with nothing that he's saying.
This man know some of them footballs, man.
Okay, yeah. All right, let's gotta be specific. But now, ultimately, we see Shedeur coming to the Browns. And let's speak about Shedeur and what he brings to the table in regards to his ability. Will he start? In Cleveland. Is he a starter?
I believe he can take the starting job in camp. Yes. But they still need some pieces, man. Cleveland, they got a good little defense, but what do they have on offense? I think that they just acquired some pieces, some running backs from the San Diego Chargers, if I'm not mistaken. I got to fact that check again, y'all. But other than that, they still have, get that offensive line intact because he's only as good as his offensive line allowing him to be. So it's not just like, boom, we insert Sanders and we just Super Bowl contenders. No, he got to have the pieces. The other thing about the sport of football, it moves in a unit.
But I'm saying he's going to be, I believe he's going to be the starter. Which guy is going to be out? Watson's not going to be
out. Well, yeah, he'll be the starter.
So there's nobody else I can see on that chart.
But regardless of what he brings at that starting position, if he don't have the other pieces around him to help him even grow even further, to reach his height, his potentials, then he'll be stagnated.
But now you got Shedeur. Being in Cleveland. Cleveland actually, I believe they stole this draft with this pick. As far as them getting this quarterback. He's actually a really good quarterback.
Yes,
if you look at the intangibles in him and his play, the Cleveland, they stole a quarterback here. They got probably the second best, or not the first best quarterback in the draft in the 5th round.
Yes.
And also, they don't got to spend a boatload of cash to keep him on their roster. So, and like you say, he lost about 50 million, so.
From his attitude. Got to be more careful.
A humbling experience. So
it humbled me, and I ain't getting none of the money. And it humbled me.
Somebody got paid. It's always good to see people get paid in the NFL.
Yes, it is.
Well, paid in life. Everybody get a check. I like to get my check. I like to get your check. So, the 49ers just signed Kittle to a deal worth about $76 million, I believe.
40-something guaranteed?
He got he signed $76.4 million contract. It's an extension. He was previously set to earn $15 million while accounting $22 million against salary cap. So he's gonna get about $40 million guaranteed in this deal. But Kittle is, to me, is probably, I think he's the best tight end in the league.
As of right now, if he's not, I will give him he's the most violent tight end in the league.
Yeah.
There is no one that plays the position that he plays in the aggressive manner that he plays it in. Like Kittle, you just not tackling Kittle. It's a whole lot you got to go through.
He like a train wreck.
Yeah, like he with all the smoke. How y'all like to say, audience smoke? Yeah, I'm gonna call him Kittle Smoke. Kittle Smoke deserved it. He definitely deserves it. He is a major piece to their success if they were to win. And all they did was show their appreciation, and it was rightfully due.
Yeah, you see him running around with the hair swinging.
Yeah, like that's what I call him Tarzan.
I saw somebody tackling by. I saw somebody tackling
he
by.
Not tripping about none of that, man. Don't let that ball get intercepted. He turned into a defensive back, that man is crazy.
Linebacker.
What?
Yeah.
He not playing, man. That man goes out there and put it all on the line every week in and week out. So this was a due for him. So, the 49ers got it done, and that was a great extension on his part. And let's get it done, Kittle.
And now with this signing, right now, the 49ers said this was a priority.
Right, it should be. It better had been, a matter of fact.
Now, next up is Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy needs him there. That's a security blanket.
Yeah, but Brock really, man, my point of view, man, Brock's some trash. Brock, he is a good game manager. He's not, he got
been to the
picked.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, because of that defense and everything around him. What he did since. Everybody getting that tape on Brock. Brock looking real regular. He looking sweet as cake, grandma baked. Brock out there, he's all right, man. He's all right. He can come in and he can get. But I think moving forward, that they would probably have to find something like what was he? The seventh round pick?
Yeah, he was picked late.
Yeah, like he had a good season story, But overall career, man, Brock out there getting it handed to him right now, man. They catching up with Brock, man.
Yeah, 49ers and their division was kind of tough this season as well.
You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, you need to keep your core pieces around. I love to see teams sign their veterans like Kittle, because Kittle's always ready to play.
He's a voice, not only ready to play, he's a voice in that locker.
Like he plays with broken bones and everything. Like
that man, I call him a gar-animal. Animal, you know how they growl. He's a gar-animal. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He gonna go in there and get it done. By himself with his teammates. He gonna go out there and put it all on the line every last time. That's why this extension was in place, and that's why that guaranteed money is in place to show their appreciation for his efforts out there on the field.
Exactly. So we flip to the Jaguars. They drafted Shador Sanders' counterpart.
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter. They drafted him. What position would you like to see him play in the NFL? Wide receiver, cornerback.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Dude's so versatile and good at both of them that I'm playing him on both sides of the ball. Now, with his starting position for me, I'm gonna have to start him on offense. That's his natural starting position. But if I need him, I'm bringing him on that defense.
Yeah.
But he's playing every down on offense.
But my thing I'm thinking about with him is, I would probably put him on defense too, though. I mean, I would probably start him on defense, in my opinion. The reason why I say that is because you can bring him in on offense with a little third and threes, third and twos, little short yardage.
On first down, you bring him in.
Little trick plays.
All that. You could insert him.
Because you don't want to burn him out too much.
Exactly. But he's getting in there on both sides of the ball if I'm the coach.
Yeah, first to do it since probably this Deion. Who else did it play both sides of the ball, offensive defense?
I can't
That's like a notable,
name.
highly touted, drafted, player out of college. I think Deion was the only one. Yeah, Pac-Man.
Pac-Man, I can't see him. Pac-Man for Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
I didn't see him play two positions.
Yeah.
He did. He got a couple. They used him a couple times.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really remember him being like a notable. I know he was good with the Titans, but I don't remember Pac-Man Jones being
like a person like Deion Sanders.
No,
like a notable name like that.
Pac-Man Jones was good though.
Yeah, in his position.
Yeah, at the cornerback.
At the cornerback position, he was a monster.
Yeah, and he was fast.
And he was physical.
I think he was more so like a punt returner. He did like a lot of punt returns. Yeah, I don't really remember him being offense.
Yeah, I don't never remember him being offense.
Well, yes, but either way, I think he's going to. Travis Hunter's going to be, a great player in the NFL.
Yes, he's definitely going to be that. If he doesn't be that, I'll be very shocked.
Wherever you put him at. So, in my opinion, now, Trevor Lawrence injured last season. Got Travis Hunter now. I would think it probably would be better to probably, bring him in and help him assist him in that pass game because they struggled a lot last year.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm putting him on that offense.
Bring him in there somewhere.
They got him. So with them, it all depends on what they need more, and he can do both.
Yeah,
he can lock up your number one wide receiver, and he can be your number one wide receiver. Boy, that's a bad man right there, Feet. That's a bad man right there.
Yeah, I think they got it right. They traded up to get him. They got it right. Because, you bring in such a talent like that, that's like a Swiss Army knife. You can have him anywhere on the field. So I'm glad to see him go there now. Anything else you want to add in regards to this?
Oh, that's it, man. I'm going to watch him just grow and shine down there in Jacksonville. And Travis Hunter, man, just, embrace the role that you want most, but then just enjoy the whole opportunity that you were given because you're going to get both sides. You're going to see both sides of the ball in the NFL, just as you did in college.
All right, flip side. Last take before we get up out of here. Now you got Cam Ward. Was he worthy of the first round pick?
No. Mr. Sanders didn't pull off the stunt that he pulled off with the attitude. Cam Ward wouldn't have got picked number one.
Who would have got picked number one?
Sanders.
Number one pick?
Yes.
Over Cam Ward?
Yes. In my opinion, yes. He's a better quarterback, better product than him and everything, yes.
Cam Ward, 4,000 yards.
What's his answers? 4,000 yards.
I don't know how many yards.
4,000 yards.
That's double check.
If not, a little bit more than him.
But he did it in a tougher conference. We can see though.
That's why everybody always want to talk about the SEC. Oh, this and that. Like, come on, man. Like, it's all still football play.
We have to fact check and find that. But I don't know if Shedeur threw for 4,000 yards.
All right, but what I'm saying is, you asked me. The question was what again?
Is Shedeur better than Cam Ward?
I think so.
Why?
Because of the body of work they both doing. What are you talking about? Why? Well, the stats that they both putting out there. What are you talking about? Why? Talking about some why.
I mean, both of them are really good. We have to get the actual numbers, but Cam Ward played fairly well.
Yes, and with this
probably against stiffer competition.
And what did Sanders
do?
What did Sanders do?
Sanders played, but he didn't play the competition that he played, and they got rocked in the bowl game.
This will be an argument that'll go on to the end of time because, from my experience in watching both of them, I think they both had about the same collegiate careers. Yeah. This is what I would say, but and if I'm being brutally honest, you couldn't go wrong with neither one of them at the number one pick.
Yes, they both played fairly
That's
well.
why I said you couldn't go wrong with either one of them. And if I'm being honest, yeah, you can't go wrong with neither one of them.
Yeah, so heard it first, man. Anything else you want to add before we go for the day, man?
Man, Cam Ward, man, show out, man. Show them what you did in college wasn't no fluke. You can make it on the next level. You can you can adjust. That's all it is. Being in the NFL from the collegiate career, you have to adjust. If you don't just adjust, you might as well go way back to college, man.
All right, that's it for us today with the football news, but it's TBIC, the best in sports entertainment.
If you're a caregiver, please check your pay stubs to be sure you're paid for overtime. Here at Mecca Care, we make sure you're getting paid time and a half for overtime. Call now.